Y'all ever see a human and been like, yeah, that's the one. I'd like to catch that. Let me just introduce you guys to the human catching net. Now, why? Chris, I think you can.
Because right now, there are no nets big enough to catch a human on the market.
And it's a completely untapped market that's just waiting to be seized by someone, and why can't that someone be us?
So this can be utilized by track runners, police, firefighters, mailmen, lifeguards, DJs, just anyone you can think of, really.
And it combines the efficiency of a net gun with the stopping force of a bolo. And if you're unaware of what a bolo is, we put a diagram.
So, I know what you guys are thinking. What about a net gun? Let me tell you. Human catching net is so much better than a net gun. For these reasons and many more, but for the purposes of today's presentation, this is what we've got for you. So, you compare the two, a human catching net is inexpensive compared to the ridiculous price of a net gun. Believe me, I've checked. The cheapest you can get a net gun for is about $600. Now, when it comes to the stopping force of both of these tools, the stopping force of a human catching net is relative to the power of the user. So, you got that. And the net gun, it just has a very minimal SF stopping force.
And with the human catching net, you get limitless attempts at detaining your target. But the net gun, you must reload after every propulsion, much like a musket. And then the human catching net also enables the user to alter projection path as necessary. So, you know, if your target moves from side to side, it's a lot easier. With the net gun, it does not account for human reaction and sudden changes.
So in general, you know, the human catching net, it's never going to fail you with proper upkeep. Nothing can go wrong with a giant net. But with a net gun, that's subject to tons of technical malfunction. Technology is just always getting in the way. And I think the biggest selling point for this large net is that it's ridiculously comedic. Just a big net, that's so funny. But what's funny about a net gun? Nothing.
Just about nothing.
Nothing at all.
It's just lazy.
So, I know you're not going to buy into our product unless you know the science behind it. So, we're giving you guys some stats here. So, the human catching net is effective at catching most bipedal creatures, and it has a maximum SF stopping force of 276 trained carrier pigeons on PEDs. And the human catching net can catch a human traveling at terminal velocity, and if you don't know, that's pretty fast. So,
and the human catching net is projected to prevent 34 armed robberies. Not only that, it is buoyant, much like a cauliflower, and it will pass through TSA and is allowed on most commercial flights and all domestic flights.
It's also aerodynamic to allow for minimal wind resistance. So, you know, wind, no chance. It's engineered for maximum swinging velocity, and it's certified vegan and kosher.
So we listed a few of our favorite, catching styles. For the net, we don't have the prototype on us, so we can't necessarily show you guys with a net. But if you buy into our product, we will have a net eventually, and we will be able to show you these physically. But for now, this will suffice. So here's just a few of our favorite catching styles. You got the traditional, and that's where you just, gentle swing. It gets the job done.
We also have the cowboy, a nice sort of lasso, and then you catch your target. Very effective.
The next, we got the tornado.
So
favorite of mine.
That's when you spin around, creating an almost vortex, and mid-spin, put him over, and then you continue to spin around him, creating a suction, sucking him up into the net.
And then I lose oxygen after
He
a while.
loses oxygen. Next one we like to call the high ground. So that's where the catcher hops, and he quite literally has the high ground.
Coming.
They don't see it coming.
They
Very
don't.
effective. Very effective.
Yeah, and this one's actually a personal favorite. It's the bear trap. You just kind of lay it down and wait for them.
And then coming up,
he'll walk
step
in.
on it. Shit.
He's caught.
Got caught. The next we got the Home Alone. This is for some of our more advanced users, I'd say.
All right, so
You're gonna have to imagine there's a door over here.
There's a door right here. I'm not gonna step on a computer.
Just imagine
So
the door.
the user's gonna have to attach they're gonna have to rig up the net gun to a door. The victim opens the door, come in, and then it swings, catches him before he can rob the house or anything. Next we got the Spongebob. You know, you're frolicking. You see somebody you want to catch, you catch them.
Much like a jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Like a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You have the Secret Windmill, very nice sneak attack. You
Hey
can use it on
man,
any
how's
day.
it going?
Hey, what? I didn't even see that one coming.
That was crazy.
It was wild.
Up next, for some of our musical connoisseurs, we have the chorus line.
So you're gonna hold it like you're holding like a cane or something. You're gonna do your chorus line. Then you're gonna swing.
Damn.
He's
Just
caught.
like so.
Next we got the Spin-o-rama. Similar to the tornado, except you're not creating a vortex, depriving the prey of oxygen. So
It's really for show.
It's like the first step.
Yeah, it's for show.
You know, I think.
For show.
We also have a fan favorite here, the Roley-poley. It has to be done.
Gotcha.
And I'm caught. She rolls up. She catches me.
Up next, we have the payback.
So first, as a victim, I
This
will
is a
catch
little
him.
complicated.
So you might think, oh no, he's caught. What's he gonna do? Well, I have a net too. So I whip my net out, break through his net, catch him. Question?
Big problem here. So if you're expecting the people catching nets to really catch on, you know, or isn't everyone gonna have a net on them, causing the payback to just completely null and void the product?
Well, the payback in that case would be the most frequented move. It's still effective if you're the one who got caught first.
Then you have counter netting, so you have
So-
to wait till you're caught. to
Then
use your net.
why would I ever catch anyone expecting them to also have a net?
If you're one of the first, you're not gonna have to have that problem.
I feel like the
Not
pole vault
everyone.
will answer
Listen,
this.
listen.
The pole vault will answer this.
Listen, no, wait, hold on. I got a point to make. Not everyone has the confidence to use a human catching net. It takes a little bit of chutzpah, you know what I'm saying? So not everyone's gonna just walk around with a net and feel powerful enough to catch people. Not everyone's the president of the United States. It takes a certain kind of person.
Then why catch someone who has no chutzpah, you know?
That's a question we'll have to address at a
Personal
later
use.
date. But next we're gonna move on to the pole vault. It's a classic.
So your target's gonna be running. You want to cut them off by pole vaulting with your net, and then you hook them. And then you just caught them, and there's nothing they can
I guess I have one from that as well.
do. Yeah. And we also have the trust nobody, not even yourself.
So she's creeping up on me, you know.
Oh my god!
And she's
I
caught.
just caught myself.
She caught herself. So
Caught myself.
that's all we're gonna demonstrate for now. If you're interested, yeah,
I have one question. I would like to see Galliano, please.
Thank you.
Well,
You have to
you're
buy a
gonna
guidebook
have
for
to buy
that.
the product. Yeah.
the
So
comprehensive user guidebook.
if you're interested, we can hook you up with a comprehensive guidebook, including showing you how to do all of these catches, including the mouse trap, the George Foreman's jump drive, turkey ensemble, the pop sock, the box, twisted pull-it, the guillotine, the Wendy's 4 for 4, the Applebee's 2 for 20, the Make-A-Wish, Judgment Day, the BOGO, Chicken Club, the Olive Gardens, Port Willie, and the Imiana. If you're interested, you know, let us know.
Hit us up.
So, if you got any questions, I'm sure you do. So, Chris, what do they got to do?
I'm gonna defer to Charlie here.
Charlie's going to tell you what to do. Feel free to contact us at humancatchingnet@gmail.com. That is a working email, so please email us with any questions, concerns, or suggestions for unique catching styles.
Also, if you're not interested in the net, we are looking to recruit for our date team. So if you're interested in that, email us with your credentials and portfolio. Tryouts are going to be next week at the library.
So, yeah, thank you guys for your time. We hope you're
That's all we
interested. We'll be available after the
Yeah, talk to us after.
Yep, talk to us after. Email humancatchingnet@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
That's all.
Awesome.